pipe. But what I'm thinking to keep in mind, like if the kids want to ride with me, they can have a seat, the place to sit also. So that's what I'm keeping in mind and making it a bit bigger in size. So I'm going to sit over here, and the kids will have some space over there to sit. And even I'm trying to cover up the front, like the tank also. So with this seat, I'm trying to cover up the tank also. So that's what it's coming a bit longer. And yes, I hope the design of this thing comes in good condition, good look. If not, means I have to redo that. I hope I don't have to redo. Let's just cut out the design. Alright guys, so got the plain sheet. Now it's time for me to bend a little bit over here. Let's just go to the bike. The seat shape is done. Now before going and putting foam over here, let me just completely mount this thing, make tabs to hold this thing, like hold it steady so that I could just finish with the foam. All the 4 tabs are made. Like I've chosen the thin metal, not to go with too big, like to more whatever. Alright guys, so the tabs are installed. So what I'm thinking to do is to drill a hole in this pipe and tap some threads over here to bolt it over on the pipes. Okay guys, got the marking done. Now let's just drill it. It's kind of hard to drill over these places, but let's just try it. The seat is not just completely bolted up, it's temporary just bolted over there. And the foam, so I had got this foam. This is used in gym and playing area of kids, so it is not too hard. It's a little bit softer, but it's still hard. So maybe like the shape which I want on the seat, I can get it from this foam because this will stay in the shape. And the rest on the top, I'm thinking to add up a thin layer of this thing. So it's a foam, like it's soft foam, so it's going to be good. Both together will be good. So let's just get this cut exactly to the sizes and fit it over there. Got it sticked, and yes, the sides are not just pretty good sticked, nicely sticked up, but that's going to be covered with the, what we say, with the cloth, which I'm going to use with the cover. This is completely sticked over here. and now it is pretty good. So let's just add up that foam to make it a little bit comfort. Now let's just try this thing. Yes, it is pretty comfortable. Okay guys, so need to do some sort of finishings over here. So let's just start doing the finishing. Alright guys, so this is the seat and this is the cover for the seat. So I'm going to leave it the plain. Not going to make any sort of designs inside because I'm not a professional in making seats, so it will be just simple. That's it. Here is the finished up. The line which I made over here does not appear, and even the V I made over here does not appear. Like it's just looking flat, but yes, the shape does appear. Still guys, we'll think about these lines over here and we'll see if there is any sort of thing which I could do over here to make these lines appear. I'll do it, but for now I'm going to leave it like this. Let's just go and fix this thing up and see how it's looking like. Let me just quickly bolt it up. One bolt isn't going to fix. I need to make it a little bit bigger. That's because the height, when it was before, it was lower up. After getting this leather installed in between, it just went a little bit higher, so the mold made a little bit difference. But still 3 bolts are working for now. Let's just sit on it and see how it's looking like. Yes. It is good, comfort, not bad at all. It is looking good. Alright guys, so here's what I'm thinking about the steering of the bike, and I need to cut this thing 45 so that I could just match it out, and even the steering will be a little bit slide on the top, and yes, I'm going to make something, a point sort of thing over here that I'm going to do later on, but for now the handlebar and everything like the accelerator and brake will be mounted over here. The pipe which is available over here is this one. This is 21 mm inside, like the outer diameter is 21 mm. So for this and all, I need 22 mm. That's the main thing. I have to go with this scrap pipe. So I have got a bicycle steering that's also the same diameter, and yes, I have got some other metal with me. Before moving any further and taking up, let's just reconfirm all the sizes. Okay guys. Yes. Still there is work to be done over this side. I'll do that later on because I'm not having the right sort of thing for this here. Until I get that. Oh my god, it's looking good. Oh god. Drilling a hole manually is a hell lot of hard work. Yes, it is not at all moving. That's what I wanted. That's what I made this a little bit tighter so that it will just press the pipe inside and won't let it go from forward and back. Alright guys, look what I had found at the scrapyard. A brand new chain. A brand new chain that also 5 meter long. A brand new chain, 420. So I got the chain from the scrapyard. I'm excited about it. It's the best deal, I think so. You know the price, like in the market I'll just get 1 meter around 70 dirhams. For this chain I just paid 30 dirham and it's 5 meter length. Best deal ever. So let's just cut it out and install it over there. So let's just grind up this area and move this pin out. Alright guys, the chain is installed and yes, the tensioners are also installed. I need to do welding of this thing. I just welded from the top, not from the bottom, so I will do that once I'll open up for any reason. That time I'll do it. So for now, let's just move on to the wiring. So the wiring of this engine is in the buggy which I have made. If you haven't seen it, check it up there. So let's just go ahead and rub the wiring from there and bring it over here to get it mounting and get this engine started up. Alright guys, so here's the wiring, which is not too much. Like there are total of 4 things, and the wiring which I have already made it smaller in the buggy. So let's just get the wiring done. Wiring is a nightmare, really. It's like damn confusing where to fix all this stuff and all. So let's just go for the battery mount first, then the wiring. Alright guys, so last night I did complete up the wirings and cable and everything, and don't look at the mess over here. Still I just cleaned a little bit. So the last night for the nightmare, I worked till night like around 3 o'clock at the night, and now I'm here. Let's just clean up the mess over there. So this is just for testing purpose only. I just closed it with the bolt over here at house. And yes, this is going to be the petrol line from the bottom. I'm taking it from the bottom. So let's just install the tank and try to run this thing on. There is overflow in the carburetor. Already I was having a little bit of gas, and this is what happened. Everything went down. I don't know why this carburetor is having overflow. It was running like around 2 years before I was running this engine. From 2 years this engine is sitting on its own, and after 2 years I'm trying to run this thing. So maybe because of the float is stuck inside. I don't know. Let me just open it up. Or should I just fire it up? Let's just fire it up. I haven't checked the starter key yet. I hope it works because the starter key is missing over here, so I need some sort of screwdriver to fire it up. Oh my god. I haven't connected the battery, the self wire yet. Self it out. Yes. Yes, it is running. I'm glad like after 2 years I don't need to clean the carburetor. Yes, it is overflowing. I need to check that. But it runs. Alright guys, so I did clean up the carburetor off camera and let's just try to fire this thing up. Last night it was too late for me to like fire this thing up because there is no muffler over here and this thing will make sound, so I don't want the neighbors to be disturbed. So now I'm going to run this thing and see. Let's just try with the kick if it runs with the kick. Yes, it runs. What do you think about this, guys? It is way too big for this thing, but let's just see. Yes, it is making it quiet, but it's way too big. I'm not free to use this thing. Finally guys, it is running. Like I really want to test drive it now, but I'm not thinking go to test drive because the brakes are just rubbish. Like the front brake, you see the cable which I got for the front brake isn't just working at all. I only have got rear brake, but I don't think so it will be good to test this thing only on the rear brake. Why not to try to make some burnouts over here? Why not? But I'll do that later on after installing the seat. So let's just install the seat and try to run this again. The kill switch is also working. lot of smoke over here. Let me just open up the door. Alright, so it is running, the engine is running, and yes, I did try to do some burnouts and it's all rubber over here, so I need to clean that thing up. But yes, it is running, which is a great thing. And in the next video we are going to make a muffler for this thing, because this thing is super loudly right now. I need to make it is louder, but I need to make the sound of this thing like a normal Harley Davidson. I'm thinking to do somewhat like that. Maybe I could make it, or maybe I could not, but somewhat similar to that, like a heavy sound, not just a light sound. Now it's making a light sound, I need to make it heavier. So hopefully in the next video I'll just try to figure out the way to make a muffler. I have got a muffler which I have tested out, but yes, it is making a little bit difference to the sound, not too much. So maybe I have to make of my own. We'll see in the next video. And yes, I need to even get some sort of plate mounted over here, and even try to sort out the cables, the front cable also. I need to get a new cable for the front, because the front brake isn't working at all. The cable is installed, but yes, you can see like let me just show you. Yes, you can see this without and with. It is not at all working. It is just a total waste of the cable. We'll just figure out a way to get that thing sorted out. And yes, the bicycle stand isn't working at all, so just now I kept a block over there to make it hold. There are stuffs to be done, like small stuffs to be done, and even the front brake assembly I didn't have added any sort of support to that, so that also needs to be done. And yes, the air filter I need to get the air filter out, and I'm kind of thinking to give it a big muffler with big air filter over here, a big air filter, like the pipe will come out over here, and it will go just like this, and it will be a big air filter. This engine does not need a big air filter, but still I'm going to add up just for the design or some sort of thing. And yes, pretty much it is done. Hopefully in the next video, after adding all these stuffs like the front brake and the rear brake and the muffler, I'm going to have a test drive on this thing. I hope you all enjoyed my video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out any of my videos. And thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.